There's a little baby agate there. Whoa, that was super zoom. Definitely something going right out of that little pockets of crystals pretty much everywhere on there. There's some nice blues and peaches right there. Interesting. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rock Room. This week we're going to change up a little bit. I'm going to use Mr. Extreme. We're going to throw some big pieces in there of the Wisconsin field agates. We'll let that run for a week. We'll check it out in a week with some heavy grit, and we'll see what that looks like. We'll also see some new cuts that I've done. Maybe some miscellaneous things depending on how much time we have. So I will show you the Mr. Extreme and the pieces that I'll be throwing in there. So let's take a look. And here's some rainbow petrified wood I've been tumbling. I had this thing going for quite a while now. Of course that's wet looking. This is what it looks like dry. You can see it's not shiny because it's not polished. It still has to go some while in some rough grit. Get a lot of this out of there, but this is kind of what it'll look like when it's polished. Hard to focusing on my hand. See all this in there. Kind of hard to see. And of course this is this is agatized. Oh, let me back out here. There we go. You can see it is agatized too. This is Arizona. They say Arizona petrified. Pretty nice looking stuff. Some normal colors. You get a lot of this green. And of course a lot of this agitization. Everybody's wondering, yeah, we got lots of snow outside. Not a lot for Wisconsin. So yeah, so we're tumbling some of this up. It's got a ways to go yet. Pretty nice looking stuff. I like this Arizona stuff. A nice green one there. So I say this has got to go a while yet. Let's see, nice, there's a nice yellow one with some. That's the one I just had already. So yeah, it's got to go a while yet. We'll see what happens. I say I got like 5 different tumblers going on, so we'll keep an eye on there on the progress. It's of course a tumbler, so they take a while. So we'll keep an eye on the progress, see if anything changes that's worth showing in another video. Okay, there's the barrel. She's pretty big. Holds quite a bit of stuff. This is what I'll be throwing in there. This is all Wisconsin field agates. These are ones that don't make it to the videos. Some of them make it to the videos, but these are all smaller stuff. I do find a lot of this too. I throw it in there. Why not? Some of it is pretty rough. We will, some of it's pretty big, or big for tumbling stuff, so let's give this a whirl. We'll see what happens to it, and we'll check back in on this one after a week and see if it made any difference. And yes, all this whole entire tray here will fit into Mr. Extreme. So I'll load it up and I'll show you what it looks like. So there you go. That's all those stones I just had in that tray. Easily fit in there. There's plenty of room left in that. I could probably put more. But I'm going to throw some small chips and stuff in there. They help grind this stuff down. I'll show you what I mean. So I have, you know, buckets and bins and trays of this. This is all chips from the machines I use, the slab saws, the cutting saws, all the little bits and pieces that I clean up off the machines. I throw them in buckets. Makes great tumbling rough. A lot of this can be used for, you know, jewelry, but I just tumble it up and then give it away to, you know, kids like this stuff. It's pretty neat. Other people like it just to have little polished rocks around, little trays of polished rocks, but it works really good as a media to go in with the stones to help get in those little crevices and stuff like that. It's the same hardness as the stuff I use, as the big field agates, so it works real well. So I'll throw a bunch of this stuff in there, we'll throw it all in, throw some grit in there and start it up, see what happens. Now this one you can see some of the agatization on the outside. Got this real white, that real white bleached skin. A little pink there, just a little bit poking through the sides. Gonna have that brown, that golden red staining, but that carried through. See that big agate there on the edge. There's a little agate forming there, little tiny little agates in there. By that gold, lots of translucency. There's a little crystal pocket. If I could hold it a little still. Huh, interesting. Well, thanks for watching. Tune in next week. We'll see what we have out and about. Now here is definitely a white skin. That's really smooth. I don't know what causes that white look to it, but cut her open and oh, look at that. Although I did not cut this flat, this must have been pretty hard. Or maybe my blade was getting pretty dull. One of these days I'll have a regular slab saw. I can do these cuts, give them some proper exposure. Nice little pluming going on there. Little pluming on there. I don't want to give it such a bad cut. This is pretty neat looking rock. Oh, this is just see the smoothness. See, this is exposed. Gets that white gritty feel to it. But pretty nice cut open. Interesting look to it. This was just your average potato on the outside, but oh, that craziness going on in there. Pretty translucent too. Get a lot of good depth in this. I know it's hard to tell with the camera the depth, but that's interesting. A little bit of blue in there. Another one here. Real smooth on the outside. You can tell this one must have been buried, never exposed to the surface. It's got its natural polish. That's why the dirt never sticks to ones like this, because they're polished. And then cut her open, and that crazy looking thing. Would have thought all that blue would be in there. A little bit of red there. Oh, sorry. Some red. A little bit of agate, a little bit of dotting, little red blood speckles dripped all over. Lots of baby agates on there. Huh. You're another one that's got that natural polish. You can definitely tell the ones that spend their life out, not their life, but last couple million years out on the surface. And then look at that, look at all that pink in there. Wow, that is something else. Oh, that's a bizarre looking rock. I like it. And there's a white one, completely white. I don't know where she broke there. Must have been broke there years ago. Kind of thought, well, it's not just white. And look at that. Bummer it had that fracture going right down the center there. Pretty interesting looking rock. You never thought that on the outside. That thing is white as white can be, or at least beige. And it's kind of one of those average ones. Always seems to have the black center and then radiates around the center. This one gets like a light pink, turns a little darker pink, and then just has this thin little edge of brown on the outside. That's what it looked like on the outside. It was pretty rough. This one's real brown. You can see a little hint of red on this side. And that's what it looked like on the inside. Lots of red, good pink, a lot of translucency in the middle there. Some pluming going on. Nothing what you'd think it would look like. This one pretty, again, pretty rough. Side almost looks like a meteorite, but far from it. Cut it open and, oh, look at that. Some blue, some reds, a little bit of red veining in there, some gold going through the middle. But you see on this whole outside edge is that that gold color. Nothing would let you know that this is on the inside. And yet there it is. This in here, I see lots of grayish black, pretty dark, a little bit of red and gold over there. Oh, look at that. Zoom in on that a little bit. Wow, it looks like Jupiter. And nothing on the outside to show you what that is on the inside. It's pretty pretty bleached out old rock there. It's got that black and gold. Kind of interesting, kind of plain, but a good pattern. Not much for color. This one didn't have much. It had something, you kind of tell something just on that very bottom, this side of it. This side didn't have much to it. And that's exactly what it was. Again, here's that black. Always seems to be that black in the center. Whoop. And then it's got this pink band going around it. Little red veining going in there. Little crystal pocket in there. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. I got it wet, so. But you can see the crystals in there. You can see that pink a little bit better. Huh. Now if you look on this one on the end, the whole hand right there is just all, let me zoom in. It's all just one giant crystal pocket, crystal bug, whatever you want to call it. Crazy. It's a pretty good sized pocket too. Well, crystals going around over there too. And that's what the inside looks like. Again, always that black center, although it's got some white going on in there, or some pink anyhow. And it's got that pink band and then a black band, and then it goes out into orange. Pretty neat. Okay, we got one little conglomerate kind of looking, but inside it's kind of almost plumy. agatization going on. There's some pluming in there. Little crystal log there. Fracture going right across the top. Now this just looked like a piece of red jasper. You can see this is dry here. It's got that natural polish. And I cut it open and it's got a couple little eyes in there. Oh, there's little crystal pockets in there making the eyes. Trying to form a little agate there. Or a little banding anyhow. Lots of plume on this side. There's some agate there. And a big agate starting there. Now this is one of those conglomerate ones. Looks like everything all melted together, and not sure enough that's what is in the inside. All them little eyeballs or eyes. It's all separate little rocks in there. You see each individual little grain. All the little grains just packed right in there. Little tiny grains packed in with bigger grains. Kind of seeing outside some of the bigger pieces in there. So you can kind of almost see some layering going around on the outside, and yeah, that's what it looked like on the inside. Lots of layering. Now again, this one kind of looked like a piece of red-orange jasper. That craziness. There's a little baby agate. Look at those arms stretching across that. Or rivers. Agate going on at that end, little crystal pocket there. It's a pretty cool looking rock.